How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to tell you about one of my top holdings today and talk to you about Matterport. So, I have talked about Matterport for months and months and months since they came out as a SPAC. Heck, 1 month ago, just over a month ago, month and a half ago, I said that Matterport stock is going to blow up and that it's going to be huge. And I bought a lot of Matterport shares around there. Back then, Matterport was sitting right in this $15 range, $13, $14 range. And since then, it's gone up dramatically. Over the last month, it's up about 62%, and I want to give you an update on it here today. Now, like I said, I have been making a lot of videos on Matterport in the past. A lot of people don't watch them, but honestly, Matterport was a steal at $13 or $14. I want to give you an update on it here today. And if you guys want more content like this, if you guys want to know what I'm buying when I buy stocks like this, when we are seeing a lot of red, you can check out the link down below to the Patreon. There I told everyone when I was buying it and why I was buying it and how much I was buying. And I think it is important when we have red days to get in there and see what other people are doing. And I think that's really one of the most important times to be in a Patreon is when there is a lot of red, seeing what opportunities are out there. And then also when there is a lot of green, right? Now is a very important time because we are up a significant amount. So if you guys want, there is a link underneath the video. If you sign up for a full year, you get a discount on it. So I think you get 16% off or something like that, the most I can give off. But let's take a look at Matterport here today. So Matterport is up and they have been just crushing it recently. Take a look at this chart here. From $13.25 back on the 23rd of August, they have been going up and up and up, and it's accelerating, right? Where we hit a high of $22.88 today. Now, this has come after a lot of back and forth. So when we zoom out, we have gone all the way up to $28, but then we crashed all the way down to 16, then low dead cat bounce, and then back down all the way into the $11 range. We saw $10.45 at one point. I believe this is actually pre when they actually merged, and now we're moving up into the right. So let's take a look at what's happened recently. Well, we have a couple articles. Why Matterport stock jumped 10.4% on Thursday. This is coming from the Motley Fool. Motley Fool covers Matterport a decent amount. The reason that they gave in here was this new appointment. Pranab Sinha as a chief information officer. They list a couple places that he's worked in the past, not really companies that I had understood or that I've heard of. And then we have a Seeking Alpha article, uninspiring name, stellar business opportunity. Now, in this article, the Motley Fool, right? Motley Fool gets a lot of eyes on it, and they are usually very bullish on Matterport. What they said was they are not selling even with the pop in price. Now, in this Seeking Alpha article, they talked about how it is a great company, but they're waiting for it to come down a little bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here in a second, or what I have been doing actually, but take a look at some of the things that they've been doing recently. Now, if you don't know what Matterport is, they are a 3D spatial company, right? They build 3D models for houses. Now, this is not their only use case, but they actually have shown that when they build these models, they actually sell real estate much quicker and at a higher price. So it does make sense to have a Matterport scan in there. You can also go and measure different things, which is just a nice thing to have if you are someone that's trying to buy real estate from across the country or something like that. Now, they have been building some big partnerships. So they had this news article back on the 13th. They're accelerating sketching process for insurance claims. So this is something that I've talked about a lot, which is the fact that this could be huge for insurance. When you think about something like Airbnb, you could scan the whole house before you list it. That could just be part of the process. Like maybe the cleaning person just walks through with their cell phone, scans the whole thing. And any kind of insurance claim they can make, they can show, hey, my painting was right up there. The hodl sign was right up there. They broke it. I want to submit this insurance claim. And then it can be automatically processed and it could cut out the middleman. Also, you can see that they have been making some other improvements. So they actually did do a partnership with Facebook for their AI technology. And then they also launched Notes, which is an interactive collaboration and communication tool for digital twins. So basically you can interact with someone across the country and you can be like, hey, what do you think about stools right here and here? And then you can post like your thoughts in a little note on the picture in the 3D model. And then you can put in pictures of different chairs and stuff like that. It's going to be really nice for anyone that's working away from home, which is going to be big over the coming years. In addition to that, we have them entering a deal to digitize U.S. government facilities. This is for different security measures whenever, let's say, there was some emergency at the Fed, or let's say there's an emergency at the White House. They could look, and the people responding could look at a 3D model of the building and then use that to interact and to make plans for what they're going to do in response to the emergency. They also have some expansion of their on-demand property capturing services. So you can pull up the app and be like, hey, I want this building digitized, and maybe you're building a building and you're across the country, but you're bankrolling it and you want to see what they've done. You can call them up, be like, I'll pay you whatever, and you can digitize it for me and show me it, and then we can make plans on how we want to build this out. We also have some other news of them creating a super yacht partnership right here, where they're helping sell some of these super yachts. So there are just a lot of different use cases for it, and a lot of people don't even understand. I don't even understand all the use cases for this company. But with that being said, let's take a look at the actual numbers behind the company. So it's great to talk about the use cases, but what have they been doing? Well, they've been building up subscription revenue. A lot of their money is actually coming from subscriptions. So Q2 last year to Q2 this year, they've been growing subscribers 158%. They have a run rate of $118 million in terms of revenue, and they've been increasing their spaces under management. So they give some different metrics on how big they could actually build this, depending on how much they're actually able to get into the space and how much they're able to take market dominance. But let's take a look at their subscription growth. So subscription growth went up to 29.5, this is the total revenue, 29.5 million is their total revenue, up from 24.3 last year. Subscription though is up 53%. Even since last quarter, since Q1, it's up from 13.8 million up to 15.3. So it's still growing about 10% just quarter over quarter. And their gross margin is expanding by 700 basis points. So this is going to be a very profitable business, and a lot of people love subscription models. Now, what does the valuation look like though? Because in the end, it's all about what you're getting for the price you're getting it at, right? It doesn't matter if they have $1 billion worth of revenue or $1 million worth of revenue. It matters what that is in relation to the market cap. So market cap is 5.46 billion. At the price they're at today, this puts them at about a 46 price to sales ratio. That's expensive. Even in a subscription model business, this is an expensive company. Right now, it is expensive. I bought a significant amount, like I said, around this $13, $14, $15 range. I'm up a significant amount on all those shares, and it is one of my top companies. I've included it in a couple of my top stocks list for my top holdings. Right now, I'll be honest, and I told my Patreon members this, I've been taking a small amount of profits. So again, this is one of my top holdings. I've been taking some profits. When it was around $20 or so, I took some profits. Now with it in the mid 22s, I've taken a little bit of profits. Now, I'm not selling out my position. Let me be clear. I like this company a lot. And some people ask, why are you selling if you like this company? Well, I sold about 10 to 15% of my position when we hit $20, and then again, I sold about 10% today when we hit $22.66. The reason I'm selling is we have seen a blow off top. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily the top, but we've seen kind of a blow off, right? For a long time, we were range bound, right in this range, like literally a couple months. We were right between about $13, $17, and then it just kept on going up and down, up and down. But we're seeing a pretty high valuation right now. I love this company long term, but you have to realize that it is still a 46 price to sales ratio. And while this company is growing revenue quickly, it's not like they're growing at 100% a year, right? They're growing 30, 40%, a nice steady incline. We're talking 5-10 years out, this is going to be a very profitable company. And long term, if you're buying at $22, $23, it makes sense if you're looking at 5, 10, 20 years out. But right now, it is expensive. I think we could definitely see a drop. Now, I'm not saying that we're gonna fall back down to the $10 range, $12 range, but I could see us losing a little bit of steam. I mean, heck, we've had some huge green candlesticks here. Now, I'm not banking on that. I don't want to sell out my entire position. So that's why I'm selling a small portion, right? That's why I sold 15% and then 10%, right? I still hold 3/4 of all of the shares I've ever bought. But at this price, it makes sense to take a little bit off the top. If we see it go back down into the teens, especially like $16, $17, $18, I'm gonna be buying those shares back at a nice discount. But of course, do all your own research. It's all risk reward, right? I could be greedy, I could try to hold on to it, or I could just be, I could just be holding forever, right? It's in a tax advantage account. I don't have to pay taxes on the profits I've taken. For me, I think it makes sense to take a little bit off the top, but like I said, it's all risk reward. If it goes up to $25, $30, I'm sure I'll have people that said, hey, you shouldn't have sold out at $20 and $22. Whatever, right? I bought in at $13. I bought in early. I bought in a good amount for my portfolio. So I am happy to take a little bit off the top. Now, I want to hear your thoughts on this down below. Do you think it's too late to buy Matterport? Are you excited about Matterport? I am excited long term. Like I said, I'm still holding the majority of my shares. I think there's a lot to come, and I think there's a lot of things that we don't even see. If you guys want to check out an app to buy Matterport on, you can check out Webull. That's where I hold actually a good portion of my Matterport shares. You can check that out underneath the video. You get some free stocks. And if you want to check out the link down below to Patreon, you can see exactly when I buy and sell different stocks just like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.